I'm Gary.
This is Austin.
And Gritty.
And we are Midwest Mikes coming back at you live with another episode. Just missed a week, but now we're back. And better than ever, baby.
Better than ever, baby. We got our playoff ranking, college football to talk about.
Yep.
NFL, actually kind of a weird weekend. Weird weekend on games. There was only one game, I think, that was two winning teams that were playing each other. The rest was either two loser teams or a winning versus a losing team. It was just it was kind of a bizarre weekend.
So
on football.
All right. So let's start. Okay, kind of power ranking NFL wise. Let's not go through all 32. Let's go kind of your top 5 right now.
I mean, is everyone kind of a unanimous one on Philly?
I mean, in my opinion, yes. Wins weigh a lot to me. They're undefeated. So yes, Philadelphia is my number one also.
Philly was your number one, right?
Philly's not my number one, yeah.
Yeah, I could see someone making a case for Buffalo. But I think the undefeated wise, because Philly's schedule hasn't been tough. I mean, it hasn't been
and it's
tough.
not going to be tough.
And it's not tough.
I mean, I could see them getting to 11, 12 wins.
Are they going to be 17-0 and get bounced in the second round of the playoffs?
Oh,
It could happen. You could get all of a sudden you could get a healthy San Fran team. And if Christian McCaffrey's healthy, he's
I mean, and they haven't played a healthy Dallas Cowboys team.
That's true. That's true.
They played Cooper Rush.
They played against Cooper.
When is that game? When's that second game?
Oh,
It's like
It's toward the
It's
end.
in like
it's
2
toward the
3
end.
weeks. Oh,
No, it's toward the end.
Week 15?
15, 16, 17,
Yeah,
somewhere
something
in
like
there.
that.
Like it's late.
I guess the question in that is going to be, does Dallas lose another one? If they lose another one, that game's going to be irrelevant.
Yeah, I mean,
Because they already
we'll
have 2
see.
losses, right?
2, yeah, but just one in the division.
Yeah.
Who do you guys have this weekend? Or you guys
Bye.
You guys on bye?
Bye.
That's good.
Yeah. So, all right, number 2. So we're all unanimous. Philly number 1. Where are you guys at on number 2?
I still have the Bills. I mean, they beat the Chiefs, so granted, the Chiefs team is going to look a little bit different when we roll around to get in the playoffs. I mean, guys that we already had pre-trade deadline, and then you add in Kadarius Toney. Don't know what that's going to look like yet, but I mean, I like what he brings to the team. So they beat the Chiefs. I have to rank the Chiefs below them. That's why I give it to Buffalo for now.
I think I'm Buffalo as 2 also. Gary, where you at?
Yeah, I'm the same. I don't, because the Bills, who was their one loss?
Miami?
Miami, that's right.
That was
But
the game they scored 40 apiece, 40
But
apiece,
that's a
and they had 1,000
division.
yards of
That's a
offense.
division game, and I feel like, with the exception of the Chiefs over the last 5 years, okay, every Super Bowl champion has lost a random division game where you're like, how they lose to them? I mean, it's not like Miami's a trash team either.
Right.
No,
Like,
they're not.
I mean, Miami's decent too, and we can get into some of that. But I mean, their one loss being to Miami, I don't. I mean, second best team.
And I think
Now again, when they play the Chiefs in January, I think that game has a different outcome. But they have the most recent win.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it in Week 5, right after Week 5.
Yeah.
We met shortly after that game, and it's like the Chiefs just didn't seem like they were putting much out there, because they know, like, it's playing chess, not checkers. And then you see the Buffalo players doing the chop on the sideline. And all that. It meant a lot more to them. You had the Poyer, the safety, had the crew that's rented to drive him 15 hours there, 15 hours back because he wasn't healthy enough to play with the rib injury.
Big respect on that.
I mean, I understand, but that shows you right there how much that game meant to the Buffalo Bills versus how much it didn't mean
and look,
to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Like Sean McVay and the San Francisco 49ers, like Kyle Shanahan, they beat them, 8 times in a row in the regular season? And they bounced them twice from the playoffs?
Yep.
Did that feel like, I mean, to me, it felt like the last game over the weekend, the Niners-Rams felt a little different, though. The Niners, smashed them.
Yeah.
I think the Rams...
I know, the Rams might not bounce back.
I think they're not going to...
might be in
I think they're
trouble.
going to miss the playoffs.
How many losses they have now? Is that
3?
4?
Might, 3 or 4.
I think it's 4.
3 or
They're-
4.
they're-
And in the NFC, and in the NFC,
no.
and in the
Or is it
NFC,
5?
It's not 5.
and in the NFC, that's
three and four?
three or four losses is big.
Yeah.
Because Minnesota's rolling, Philly's rolling, Dallas is rolling. The 49ers seem to be getting on the right track, and I think they could win out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's your 4 division winners. I mean, whew.
Yeah, Rams 3 and 4.
3 and 4.
That's right. They were trying to get to the winning record.
4 losses in the NFC right now is not looking good.
But yeah, Buffalo easily too.
Oh,
right?
Seattle. I don't know how far the Geno Smith thing goes, but I know they have one more loss coming because they play the Chiefs. So,
I mean,
That's true.
Seattle right now is freaking. I mean, I think they're one of the most surprising teams.
oh, 100%.
Who's your guys' 3? For me, Kansas City.
That's consensus. If the Bills are 2 for me, I would believe.
Yeah, I think you got to go Kansas City.
I still think
They
they're a better
have the-
team, but
They have the post-season pedigree also, and the consistency. You got Andy Reid about to come off a bye, and for whatever reason, that dude just doesn't lose. Like, after a bye week.
did you guys see the line for the game jump 2.5 points today?
Oh man,
It was
I
10
know.
or 2 points. It was 10.5, and it went to 12.5.
Yeah,
Wow.
whenever I glanced at it, I don't remember when that was. It was at 11. I said, I can't lay 11.
But I did tell you guys to smash that spread against the 49ers. 1.5. That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
1.5 was
money on
ridiculous.
that.
Oh yeah, that was
dude,
easy
yeah.
money.
It was. That was good. But yeah, 11's like 11's too much for me. So the way I'll get in on the Chiefs,
Now it's 12.5.
the way
Whew.
the way I'll get in on them is using some kind of alternate line for a parlay.
Yeah.
I'll be in on them.
Yeah.
but I can't do the 11.
Granted.
12 and
I
a
mean,
half.
I mean, I
can't
know
do it.
we know more about.
That's a lot of points in the NFL.
Yeah, we
man.
know more about the Tennessee setup because they don't think Tannehill will play this weekend. So it's looking like Malik Willis. Well, Malik Willis has a passer rating of like 23 or whatever it is in his games that he's played.
They won that game, and he threw for 50 yards.
Yeah, I mean, Derrick Henry ran for 220 in that game.
Yeah, Derrick Henry, and he. I'm not saying he won't eat us up. He's going to have a 100-yard game, but if they're that one-dimensional and we get a lead,
Yeah.
it'll be donezo. So
That's usually how Tennessee loses.
And you got to think Derrick Henry the week after having all those carries and all those yards. Like,
Yeah.
I know he's a professional. He's going to take care of his body, but he's still going to be a bit beat up.
Yeah.
I don't think Tennessee will be able to keep up with the fireworks show.
Yeah.
Kind of like San Fran couldn't.
And it's Sunday night game, so that crowd at Arrowhead is going to be.
Malik Willis ain't ready for that. I don't care.
You guys are going to be going crazy.
I don't care
Yeah.
what kind. I don't care what kind of football. I don't care what you're coming from.
Yeah.
You're not going to be ready. There's nothing you can do to prepare for that.
Yeah. I mean, what time will you go out there on Sunday?
I will be out there. Jot it down, write it down, take a picture. I don't care what you do. I'll be out there at 6:30 a.m.
Yeah, you get there at 6:30.
6:30 a.m. for a night game?
6:30 a.m.
So you're going to be out there like a solid 12 hours.
before kickoff.
Before kickoff.
Like
13 hours before
13
kickoff.
hours before kickoff.
Yes,
So then
sir.
you'll be there. Well, dang, you'll be there a long time.
I
15
will probably get
16
home at
hours.
about 1:30 in the morning, 2 o'clock.
Wow.
Awesome. Hey,
It's a
That's
long
hardcore.
day. It's a long day. You know, when you put on a tailgate, when you're a host, you know you have a spot. Everybody congregates to that spot. So if you have to move spots, it just kind of throws the whole thing off. So if you're first in line, you're guaranteed to have
yeah,
I
I
hear
hear
spot
you, I hear
every
you.
week.
That's what our
I
buddies.
mean,
do.
our guys will probably do the same.
How were Bills fans? Were they cool?
Yeah, I mean, it was a consensus that, you know, that we're going to see each other again.
Yeah,
You know, they were celebratory and they were real jubilant after the game.
I would be too.
But, you know, I just kept pointing to my ring finger, you know, until you can
Yeah.
produce one of these, until you beat us when it matters. And I think that was just kind of the feel in the stadium, you know. There were a couple big plays where it got loud, but it wasn't really that Arrowhead ruckus crowd that everybody's come to be accustomed to, like the Raiders game.
yeah,
You know, it wasn't that.
Christy.
And I just think it was one of those games that just fly by. If you win, you win. If not, we kept it close. But I think Buffalo showed a lot more than what they wanted to because they knew they wanted that win.
probably. I mean,
I think the Chiefs win that game if Butker hits the field goal. And we're chasing one. We're chasing a field goal instead of a touchdown on that last drive.
it could be. I know. I hated that interception. That last one. I was like,
Yep.
dang it, that's not. I mean, It's just not. It sucks to see.
Speaking
like
on that, I know we got to get to our rest of our power rankings, but they always say Pat doesn't make the same mistake twice, and he did make that mistake again in the 49er game and got picked the exact same way. But he turned it into a touchdown later in the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
safeties have figured out if they stop at a certain point, they can drive on the football on those underneath routes. Well, that's going to stop working because what you're going to do is you're going to start getting double moved, and that's why Marquez was able to have his huge game on 3 catches. What was it, 115 on 3?
Something like that. Yeah, he was over 100. It was nice. I'll tell you what, for the Chiefs, it's really nice to see the growth of Juju and MVS in the offense. Like every week, see him get better. Juju especially, man, tough catches, comebacks. He catches it and he puts his body into the guy, pushes the guy back another couple yards, and then tries to get out. He did it on a couple catches he had against San Fran, and I was like, "Dang, I'm very impressed by Juju." I feel like every week he's getting a little bit better, more comfortable, and good for him because I don't know if we're gonna pay him, but he's gonna get paid, man. He's gonna get paid. Mm-hmm. So it's good. It's good to see. At this point, I kind of hope we do pay him. I wouldn't mind him staying around.
I would not be surprised if you hear about a contract extension.
Yeah,
he's exactly what we've been missing in Kansas City for a long time. The big body that you can just throw the ball to, and he can go and win.
He's kind of doing right now. I mean, when Sammy was healthy, but he's kind of doing that. But he's staying healthy. Right? He's staying healthy, right?
And he's bigger than Sammy.
Yeah,
like Sammy was a speed demon, like you said. Juju's accepted the role of catching these hot routes where you're going to get hit, these back shoulder fades.
Tough stuff,
the tough stuff in the red zone, like squeezed in windows where he knows he's going to get hit. Tyreek wasn't that guy. McColl's not that guy. Travis can be that guy, but Sammy wasn't that guy. Chris Conley wasn't that guy. I mean, the list just keeps going on and on of receivers that couldn't do that. DeMarcus wasn't that guy. And this is what I truly believe Pat's been missing is that just bruiser that you can get that first down with. Outside of Travis, obviously.
Yeah. Travis eats those up. So it's just if you need to go someone else, Juju's good. So,
sure.
4.
4
is when it starts getting a little interesting, right?
Yes.
I think I know. I don't know. I don't know if I know.
I want to go one way with 4, but I'm not going to go there. I'm going to go with San Francisco.
Oh.
That's pretty high for
I got him. No, I only have him one spot lower. So I kind of agree.
Which is
I love saying
pretty high because, again, like I talked about with the Chiefs, they have the postseason pedigree. Okay, I mean Jimmy G he's played in 2 NFC championships. He's won one of them, so he's been to a Super Bowl. Last year was, played the Rams in the championship game, went to Green Bay and whooped the number 1 seed last year, which was the Packers, which I think Aaron Rodgers is done.
Yes.
I think Green Bay is cooked.
His Wakusha or whatever it's called ain't working.
Yeah, I think they're cooked. But I like San Francisco. I mean, they have a very solid running game. They've got a quarterback who's been there. They have a defense right now that they can get after the passer. We're going to talk about the Dallas defense too, but that San Francisco defense, they can get after you too. They can stop the run. And when you're playing defense like that in the NFL, there's very few offenses that can just run through you.
Yes.
Very few. So I'm going with San Francisco number 4.
I like them, and I do like the McCaffrey trade.
Yes. They got better.
They got better for sure, and then they got to move off of Wilson and get a draft pick back for.
And they're getting healthy.
I think they would. So
the only guy it seems like they're missing right now is Debo, and he just, coming off the bye week. I think he's just kind of resting the hamstring.
Now, if Bosa can stay healthy, which I know Bosa, both of them have had their issues staying healthy, but if he can stay healthy, like he just having that guy in the NFL. We saw it with Buffalo, and an older Von Miller.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about Von when we were talking about Buffalo. That guy's having a nice year.
Yeah.
Like, you can see it. Like, it's just like, dude, they're using him. He's not playing every down. So when he is out there, he's just like...
Pick and choose.
Yeah.
Pick and choose.
Dude.
Yeah.
Destroying. So, I like your San Francisco 4. I'm probably going to go with... it feels weird picking Minnesota. but I have to right now. I got to go Minnesota. The only reason probably why I didn't put the one reason why you could say their win-loss record's nice. One reason why I wouldn't have them over the Chiefs is Cousins is bad on primetime. He's bad primetime. If you alter his routine or whatever any possible way, he's not good. He's bad. The rest of the games he's pretty good. Like even last year, solid stats. He's just kind of a weird dude. And
was he 0-9 in primetime games in his career?
I don't know. I know he's never won one.
Yeah, it's bad.
And so it's really weird, right? So Minnesota, kind of good defense. I think they got the you got Justin Jefferson out there balling. I think the trade for Hawkinson is an awesome trade for them.
I do too.
I don't know what Chicago doing, but that's for another show.
I really think Chicago is going to try to build through
that was
the draft.
Detroit. That was Detroit.
With trading Hawkinson, yeah.
But
Chicago traded. They traded away some pieces, but then try to get some guys back.
Sorry.
But yeah, anyway, Detroit, yeah. But yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I like your Minnesota. I mean,
instant. I mean,
there's an argument.
He's an instant game changer for them.
Yes, Hawkinson. I mean, obviously, I like Hawkinson, University of Iowa guy.
Yeah, he's not. He's nice. He's great. He's there. I mean, it's an upgrade for them, and he can block too. He learned that at Iowa.
Yep,
and he can do that stuff. So I mean, it's I think they did a really nice job trading for him. So I'm a fan of the Vikings. I had them picked to win. I think I got a bet on them to win the North, and then I think I picked them to win the North too. So I'm on them. I'm on the Vikings.
Gritty.
I got the Vikings at 4.
The Vikings at 4.
It's really simple. It's really simple. And I put my list out on Facebook right at the trade deadline.
Mm-hmm.
And so I believe it was right before all the trades started coming in that 24th hour. But Minnesota can run the ball at will. They can throw the ball at will. They can stop the run on defense. And guys don't really throw the ball that well against them. Special teams is exceptional. And all they did was get better with the Hawkinson trade. So
they rank really high on all metrics.
I mean, I
saw that and I was like,
to be honest with you, they're my number 2 in the NFC. I mean, very easily, if you take the one loss away from them and they're undefeated, you put Philly in the one loss, you can swap those two teams. I truly believe that. I think you're getting better quarterback play out of Philadelphia, just because it's Kirk Cousins in Minnesota. Yeah. But I mean, I guess you could flip those teams.
If you had the Eagles going to Minnesota on a noon game, I mean, if I'm getting points with the Vikings, I'm probably going to bet Vikings. I'm getting +3, +2. I'm taking the Vikings.
I guess
if it's a primetime game, I'll go Eagles all the way to 7.
Yeah, I guess the Vikings just, for me, are the shiny new thing that everybody's talking about. They haven't done it long enough for me to get my interest yet.
I hear you. I was trying to go through their schedule, see if they got what kind of wins they have.
But I mean, I'm not gonna say that you're absolutely ignorant for putting them at 4. They're a one-loss team, and
they did play the Eagles. Duh.
That's their
loss.
Yeah.
7 points.
But. All right, so 5, and then we'll kind of stop there and leave the rest up for debate. People can comment in the show notes kind of who they think would be 6, 7, 8. But where are you guys going at 5?
Number 5, I'm just got 49ers. Okay. 49ers, the team you guys were talking about, that you were talking about at 4. Similar reasons. I mean, most of the time they run the ball really well. They do need to be healthy on the offensive line for that to happen. If they run the ball, their pass attack is almost unstoppable because it's strictly play action.
I mean, Jimmy G is the only one that can stop it.
Yeah, Jimmy G is the only guy that can stop their passing offense if the running game's working. Yes. I mean, we saw it in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
right.
He's gonna miss some throws.
I said it in 2019. Whoever we play in the Super Bowl, I don't care. We played Deshaun. Well, Deshaun hadn't proved anything. We played Tannehill. Tannehill really hadn't proved anything. And then we played Jimmy G. I mean, that was the best slate of quarterbacks that we could have played because you also had Lamar, you also had Josh that you could have gone through in the AFC as well.
Yeah.
At some point in the playoffs, they talk about you have to be able to run the ball in January and all that stuff. At some point in this new NFL, you're going to have to make a throw. If you don't make that throw, you lose.
Mm-hmm.
You lose, period.
Got to make the clutch throws, right?
Yes, you have to make that throw, and Jimmy G missed the throw in the Super Bowl.
I get you.
Yeah. So part of me wants to go. Part of me wants to go Ravens, but it is Niners at 5. I think if they don't have all the injuries, they're 6-2.
By the way, my next AFC team is 9.
Yeah. Oh, I remember. Yeah, because I commented. I said, "Dang, you didn't even have the Ravens in your top 10."
Yep.
And I like Baltimore a lot too. But I'll go with San Fran, especially after watching them on Sunday take apart the Rams. I think just with that new with McCaffrey in there, it's nasty.
Like they made the Rams look bad.
Yeah. The Rams are the worst offense in the league.
Yeah, right now.
Worst.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, you guys know I'm high on the Ravens,
I know.
but I'm higher on the Dallas Cowboys right now. Now I know
I don't blame you.
The last 2 wins I know are Chicago and Detroit.
Dallas is my 6th, so I'm not too far off the wagon with you.
Their defense
To
is
me,
really good.
they have a top 3 defense in the NFL. A top 3 defense.
You want to play the Chiefs? Because the last the last top defenses came back in the middle of the pack.
I will gladly take that matchup in February.
No, you will.
I will
That's
gladly.
An L. That's an L. Just so
take
you know.
that matchup in February, okay? And I'll be all over it. But part of it is I'm a homer for the Cowboys, but part of it, like I said about the 49ers and their defense. If you can stop the run and you can get after the passer, and the thing with Dallas is, it's not just Micah Parsons. Like, he didn't have his best game last week.
Lawrence balled out on the other side of
him. Yeah, Micah Parsons is battling some rib injuries and just kind of just not really hurt, but just
he's being a football player.
Yeah, and he's battling through it. But yes, DeMarcus Lawrence stepped up in a big way. And just that defense, it's like there was guys getting sacks I didn't even know their name, and I'm like, it's like when you have to worry about DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons, and we know, that Dan Quinn is a really good defensive coordinator.
Dude, I mean, he's going
to get another head coaching job. Yeah, obviously had Atlanta in the Super Bowl up 28-3. And there's more reasons for that collapse than just him, but anyway.
What'd you say?
The NFL.
Anyway, so I got the Cowboys at 5.
Yeah, no, I
round it out.
I can't complain. I can't complain about it. Like I said, I have the Cowboys at 6, so I can't.
They are. That defense is much better than even I anticipated it would be.
Yeah, Quinn's. I mean, both your assistants are. I think have shots at getting head coaching jobs.
Yeah, Kellen Moore,
Quinn more than Moore probably, but Moore's done a nice job of adjusting to Cooper, having to run the ball more, and the cool thing to see him do on Sunday was he was like, man, I'm gonna rely on this running game still, and that's what they should do. Because I don't have Dak, and I'm not knocking him. I don't have Dak as a top 5 quarterback.
It
in the
protects
NFL.
the quarterbacks that have a chance of making mistakes.
But like
here's the deal, and I saw this. Colin Cowherd was talking about it today. You guys know I'm a big Colin guy. If you take the name off the stats and you put Jimmy G's stats next to Dak's,
they're like the same.
They're almost identical. But if you said that they were going to pay Jimmy G $49 million, you'd think that was crazy. Because you don't pay that guy $49 million.
Yeah, you have to pass the eye test.
But Dak is that guy right now. And just without the Super Bowl and the NFC Championships. But I'm telling you, if they just don't screw this thing up, like I see an old school matchup, San Francisco, Dallas, in the NFC Championship game.
Think Philly gets bounced out somewhere?
I do. I think Philly is kind
gets
of a
beat
young
in
team.
the first game.
They're a young team, and not that young teams can't win, but just they're a young team that I think has benefited from a soft schedule. But again, right now they're my number one. They won all their games. And when they played Dallas, obviously didn't have Dak. Like I said, Micah Parsons has been battling some injuries, so he's banged up in that game. But
bye week will be big for you guys.
Yes, it will.
A couple of exciting things that I've been enjoying in the league this year is I've been enjoying Geno Smith.
Yeah,
It's kind of cool to see his resurgence.
I think Seattle's kind of the biggest shock to me.
And it kind of shows you, who was the problem?
Let's ride.
That guy is a cornball.
I'm going to tell you this.
That dude is a loser.
I'm going to tell you this. I think it was Richard Sherman and Marshawn Lynch were talking on a podcast.
I think I've seen this.
And he's like, have you reached out to Russ? And he goes, no, when he was my teammate, I had to call his people to get a hold of him. Like, to me, that's a terrible teammate.
100%.
Like, if I have to reach out to your people to get a hold of you, and we're going to war together.
And we're talking and we're not talking about just the third string linebacker, third string DB. We're talking about superstar Richard Sherman.
Yeah.
We're talking about beast mode. Like,
Sure,
you got nicknames in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Beast mode.
I mean,
you have to call my people to talk to me?
Yeah, you're two of the best players
in the league
at your position,
yeah,
for sure. Like, if not the best player at your position in the league at the time, and you can't, like, I can't just have your phone number. Like, hey, you guys want to do a podcast next week? Call my people and see if they can set it up.
Yeah, I mean that is interesting. I mean, it's just, and you can see it in Denver. You just go, what is going on?
Like, and okay, I don't care. You want to work out on the flight, like you want to get up and move around a little bit.
That's weird.
Like, do your thing, right? You want to move, but as soon as you get off the plane, reporters are putting a mic in your face, and you're like, yeah, man, I was just doing high knees for 17 hours while I was flying over here. I was doing high knees up and down the aisle. My teammates were asleep. I was working. Like, come on, man.
And then they tried to give him the credit for the win in London when they ran the ball 8 times on the last drive. That has nothing to do with you, cornball.
Like, get out of here with that. Like,
that's nothing to do with you. You didn't run the ball 8 times.
Like, you think Peyton Manning, like, he would have been like, he would have got off the plane and been like, yeah, I watched film for 19 hours of this flight. No, he just did it.
He would have said, hey, good to see you guys.
Yeah.
See you. Good to see you guys.
Hey, we got a good plan this week.
That's it.
See you at Wembley.
Yeah. See you over there. Like, I think those games actually are big hits.
They're over there, they're big moneymakers.
And they're usually actually, like, pretty good games. They've been better than the Thursday night games, that's for sure.
It ain't hard to be better than the Thursday night games.
The only good Thursday night game was the first one with the Chiefs-Chargers. Was a pretty solid game. That was when
after that, it was like...
After that, I mean, I thought Browns and Bengals were going to be a little more competitive than it was.
Yeah.
But,
Jamar or bust. We've already
said it. But yeah, I mean, the weird thing about Russell Wilson is he doesn't say, like, derogatory things. He just is like this weird robot NFT, like, or not NFT,
holograph.
Like, yeah, weird. Like a weird,
so weird.
Like just NPC. That's what I was thinking of. Like in the video games, the guys that are just hello, how are you? Like it's it's not even like a real player.
the live action Jumanji. With The Rock.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's
where
like...
the guy just keeps repeating
himself.
It's like that. That's who he is. Let's Ride. I mean, it was so cringy. The Let's Ride at the end, the reporter on her face goes, like, at the end, she's just like, okay, dude, come on. Like, what are you doing? So, the favorite thing I like to see is that people comment and say, dang, the Broncos are still literally a quarterback away because their defense is good.
Which now they traded Chubb, so it's not as good.
Not as good.
They can't get home. I'm so confused by them. You trade Bradley Chubb away.
They're giving up.
You trade, which by the way, they're supposed to be the hardest division in football. And you got two teams now that are completely done.
Tapping out.
Completely done.
Vegas.
But you traded Bradley Chubb to trade to the Jets to get another pass rusher?
Oh, Miami.
What? Or whoever it was.
So, hey, how about that?
They got another pass rusher from someone. I'm like,
I was gonna say
what
something.
are you guys doing?
I was gonna say something about Miami. They have done really nice with those draft picks. They have turned the draft picks from the Trey Lance trade to Waddle, Hill, and the first rounders. Waddle, Hill, and Chubb. That's really fantastic. And they still got a decent number of picks.
The last thing that I have to say on the NFL, particularly the AFC, the trade deadline showed everybody is still super, super worried about the Chiefs. Why is Buffalo going out and making moves like that? Why is Miami adding to the moves they already made? Tyreek was supposed to put them over the top, right?
Yeah, hey, if I was Miami, I would have gone.
But you know what I'm saying. These teams that are supposedly quote unquote better than the Chiefs started the season as the sweethearts.
Yeah,
are the ones who are making these moves, and the Chiefs are just sitting in the background like, I'll get Kadarius Toney, and I'll get rid of Fenton and just open up, $1.5 million just in case.
I'll be happy if the Chiefs grab Sue.
Yeah,
I'll be happy if they grab the OBJ to me is like cool, but I wouldn't be like what. I'd just be like, OBJ is cool.
But
man.
You put Sue in there.
With
Chris Jones.
I would like having Sue. I'd like having that a lot for veteran.
Yeah, Dunlap, like Sue, Jones, Suggs. Frank.
A lot of Cowboys fans.
Suggs type move.
A lot of Cowboys fans were mad that Jerry didn't go get somebody at the trade deadline, but that's not his MO. Like that's not what he's done.
No.
So I was not shocked at that at all.
It's what he's done in the past that hasn't worked out. So like
when he went and got Roy Williams, when he went and got Joey Galloway.
Yeah.
So I don't mind that.
I don't think he's not a loner type of person.
No,
in my mind, and I kind of get that feel from the Chiefs too.
Now I still wouldn't be shocked though if Dallas did sign OBJ.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be shocked either.
Like if he got
but
healthy,
I don't think he's a loner type. You see what I'm saying? I don't think that's a loner. I think if you bring in OBJ to play the last 9 games or last 7 games of your season, including the playoffs, I think you're looking at extending him. At some point.
So the Chiefs may not go for him then, because that's probably not their
7 games, and you got to figure out Andy Reid's playbook.
I thought about that too.
God, man,
because
you got dudes that have been here for 4 years, McCole, that don't know the playbook.
Yeah, still kind of like whatever. So we NFL on that. We didn't talk college football real quick.
Yeah, we got about 5 minutes.
Anything in the rankings that you think is wrong, or like, man, that's shocking.
I still don't like Clemson there, man.
I mean, I said, and the whole argument a couple weeks ago was an undefeated Clemson is there, and I mean they're undefeated.
I
know they had a couple scares.
I'm not even saying that's wrong or right. I'm saying they have to put them.
Yes,
I still don't like Clemson there.
Now, if TCU continues to run the table, that is bad for the second or third SEC team.
Oh, 100%.
Because
after
an undefeated TCU is in
one
also.
losses. Yeah,
I think it'd be bad. Well,
if Georgia wins this weekend, you're looking at one-loss teams.
It'd be bad for the. It'd probably only be bad for the third. That depends on how it all shakes out.
Depends on how many undefeated. Because if Clemson, TCU, your SEC champion are all undefeated,
which that won't happen.
So you think Georgia's going to lose to Tennessee?
And whoever that is that plays in the SEC title game will probably lose that game too.
So you think
Tennessee's
running it?
I truly think at the end of the year you're going to look at the top 3 SEC teams and they're all going to be 11-1. Which that throws a wrench.
That would be
in college football. That throws
a
wrench in college football. Do you put this ecstatic, eccentric fan base of Tennessee in? They've clearly been one of the better teams, if not the best team in football this year.
Champions in.
Yes.
Yeah.
But what do you do if you have, like you said, TCU, Clemson, and you have Georgia and Alabama sitting there with 1 loss? You see what I mean?
So then, you got TCU and you got.
Do you put the Big 12 champ
Clemson
over the SEC runner-up?
If they're undefeated, yes.
If they're undefeated, I would. I would.
If they're undefeated, yes.
I'm saying it's tough.
Well, the thing is, you want to catch. I think also the committee's like, I want to catch that. I want to catch that Texas market.
Yeah.
So I'll throw TCU in there. I want to catch that Big 12 market.
That Big 12 market is only going there if it's Oklahoma.
That ain't gonna be
Texas.
Oklahoma. No, it ain't gonna be Texas.
I'm just saying that's where the
No, I'm
Big 12
undefeated.
money is.
TCU's the only one that's got a chance.
Yeah,
Because
Undefeated.
K-State's already got one loss, right?
Yeah.
Undefeated TCU.
And a
man,
one-
that
oh.
Tulane loss is huge because
Hey.
you're on a collision course
Yeah.
with an undefeated SEC, undefeated
A
TCU.
one-loss Big 12 team is
And
not
the
it.
Pac-12,
No.
the Pac-12 already did the committee a favor
Yeah.
by losing.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a futures bet on Pac-12. I got UCLA winning the Pac-12
Hey, it could happen.
because, well, the way you can play it is they'll play USC,
Yeah.
and that's a +3 for UCLA probably. So you could bet on USC to hedge against that, and then when UCLA goes to the championship game, I'm gonna hedge that too. It paid like
Because
15-1 or something like that. So
what's going to happen is, and this is how it's shaping up in the Big Ten. One team from the Big Ten is getting in.
Yep.
Because Michigan and Ohio State are on a collision course for Big Noon, last game of the year. Both undefeated. That's the collision course right now. So one of those teams loses in that last week. Then you turn around and play the same team in the Big Ten champ title game.
Well, no, they're in the
division.
same
They're
division.
in the same division.
Yeah.
So whoever that
So they'll
is,
go-
whoever loses
they'll
that
go
game
play-
probably
So
So
doesn't
your
get in.
undefeated Big Ten champ is in, too.
Yep.
100%.
So that could knock out your one-loss SEC runner-up.
And I would if it was Ohio State or Michigan, I'd knock them out. Yeah.
If
I would.
you have TCU, Ohio State, and who am I missing? TCU, Ohio State,
Michigan.
Clemson.
Oh,
If those three teams are undefeated, and you have an undefeated SEC champion or a one-loss SEC champion, there's your four.
Yeah, and you put the one loss SEC guy at 4. You put the others. I mean, I don't know who you rank 1. I guess it would be the Big Ten guy, right? Ohio State was undefeated all the way through. They're 1.
Well, I'll tell you something
If no
right
one
now.
else is undefeated.
I'll tell you right now. You're TCU and you end up with the 1 seed, and Tennessee's the 4.
That's right.
Good luck. Good luck.
Hey, welcome to the playoffs, baby. You get Tennessee week
Yeah.
1. Or
All
Georgia
right.
or Alabama, either way.
I could keep going all night, but we're going to cut it off here. I'm Gary.
This is Austin.
And gritty.
This has been another episode of Midwest Mics. We'll see you guys next week.